It gives me immense pleasure to call on stage Mr. Abhishek Pareek, Group CFO, who's driving financial strategy, discipline, and roadmap to a sustainable scale.
A very good evening to all the presentees here. A great evening. I think I'm blessed to see the people supporting us here in the busier time of the day, in the mid of a week. And I know we are at the second half of the presentation, so I would really keep myself tight to the time and try to be efficient with time and also try to entertain as much as I can. So with this, I'm gonna start with presentation, connecting the dots. As you see, over the last 2.5 hours, we have been seeing presentations from our head of businesses, CEOs, etc. And probably you would have seen that there are a couple of people who are not just here to talk. In fact, they are equally involved on the ground, working day and night relentlessly for around 2 decades to create what you see as Waaree today. Safe harbor, disclaimers for everyone. Today is not merely about presenting numbers, by the way, not about just capacities or about aspirations. It's about presenting the next phase of the evolution that Waaree is running through. We're trying to build not just an enterprise of solar vertical, but a complete package of solution starting from solar, going towards rest of the business case, wherein we were serving our client with solar solutions. Today, we are talking about energy storage, hydrogen, transformers, EPC solutions all round. So if you look at the screen, integrated business model, I'm going to start with Waaree's winning edge, the first of its own kind. We are trying to integrate organization not just vertically, but equally horizontally. We have started our journey with manufacturing of panels, wherein we were doing 30 megawatts starting in 2007, and as we speak, we are 25.8 gigawatt worth of PV capacity company, largest not just in India, but proud to say the largest non-Chinese company across the world to have this capacity. We not only do manufacturing, we are also equally involved in EPC solutioning and projects. Ravikesh, she just spoke about the 2 gigawatt plus project that is happening on ground as we speak in some part of Rajasthan. When we see Waaree 1.0 module and EPC, but over the last couple of months, especially post the IPO, when we started active conversations with all of you, especially on our earning calls and amongst around the discussion that we have, we started opening up more. It is not just that we came out of these plans just like that. These are outcomes of our more than decadal exercises, day and night, reviews by Mr. Doshi, our chairman, and the entire leadership team. HM sir is here, Siddhi sir is here. So if you look at the commitments, $3.5 billion of assets, $3.5 billion of commitments that we're done on the ground, that we are trying to do over the next 24 months of time. Are we getting too much out of our business? That's a quick question that I keep facing from the analyst community, from my friends sitting out here. But honestly, we are not getting away with a core business. We are just trying that we get maximum wallet of share of our same clients, of the same customers who were getting PV modules from us, started to get EPC services from us, and today are happy to shell us orders, including transformers, batteries, inverters, and T&D as well. So Waaree 2.2 would look like a company which will allow our banking fraternity friends sitting out here to have 5-10% of wallet of the project cost. Rest 90% plus is something that we are targeting under the umbrella of services. In terms of opportunity, when we are looking to a business case which is evolving from product, manufacturing, service, and then the segment, of course, the market share comes for discussion. The total addressable market, when we look Waaree 1.0, focusing on solar solutions, the last year, total spending on this particular segment was around $1 trillion overall, wherein $320 billion approx went into direct solar investments. Our revenue in FY26 was around 26,500 crore plus, which is close to $3 billion. So in a way, we got a 1% share of the global spending on solar solution this last financial year. When we start servicing our customer with energy storage solutions, T&D services, electrolyzers, transformers, etc., the TAM increases immediately. Means for us, there's great headroom to work and expand our wallet share. Over next 10 years or over next 1 decade, there are heavy investments which are happening across the data centers, across the EV value chain, across electrification, across T&D sector. That's why the commitment of $3.5 billion really does not seem a large to us, but something which is something that if we don't do, someone else is supposedly going to do that. So $4 trillion opportunity over next 1 decade is something we are targeting. I'm not going to go and give any guidance around what kind of market share are we targeting, but honestly, Waaree has ensured that in Indian market over last 7-8 years, we have maintained our market share of 15-18%. Globally, we have tried to keep our margin or our overall share in scheme of thing around 1%, and we really want to keep up to speed with the market expansion. Speed. What does speed really mean for a manufacturing company, Abhishek? Speed का मतलब क्या है? Speed का मतलब एक दिन में ज़्यादा पैनल बनाना है, कि speed का मतलब समय से पहले project complete करना है. Okay, so on the screen, if you see, over last 1 decade, a company with 1 single factory in 2017 has gone up to around 10 plus factories as we speak. Why I say 10 plus? Because there are a couple of constructions underway. Over next 24 months of time, we are seeing Waaree taking care of more than 20 factories. That's a big number. Our headcount of people has gone up from less than 2,000 to today around 13,000 people, going towards 20,000 people next 2 to 3 years of time. And our total commitment of capital in greenfield projects, as well as in the tangent of getting partnerships with company like APSL. We have promoters of APSL sitting today along with us. We just signed up the FHA SSPA with them. So like transmission and distribution segment, our polysilicon factory somewhere in Oman is already our strategic investment that we have committed and that we have made as well. So before and after, what changes is not just the scale, but integration, the confidence to serve our clients on time, every time, and each time when we expect us to deliver. De-risking the global distribution channel as well as the supply chain for our clients. What does it really mean, and what are we going to do about it? On the screen, if you see left-hand side, when Mr. Doshi just spoke about 10 साल पहले कॉफ़ी की शॉप की कॉन्सेप्ट था कि कॉफ़ी का शॉप जैसा स्टार्ट करते हैं. Let us see what we do out of that. FY26, the outcome of that single thought process and relentless effort and ground execution is 5,500 crore ka revenue from one stream. Similarly, EPC business, Rikesh spoke about that around 2011 we started, and this year we completed 3,500 crore plus of revenue from EPC business. And of course, one of the market which Waaree is really known for, the overseas, the clients abroad. Manufacturing in US, exporting from India put together, along with retail and EPC, is 60 to 70% of our total revenue. Means the market where we really don't see a lot of our peers who are up to speed, but our focus keep on deepening, our execution keep on speed, up to speed, and we really want to expand beyond these numbers. While we do the market de-risking, the customer de-risking, we are equally aware of the fact that we are living in a world of VUCA, wherein a single announcement in some side of the world will come out with overnight hangover कि अभिषेक आज सुबह होने क्या वाला है 123% का ड्यूटी क्या करोगे so let me try to give you some assurance about this that yes, certainly we are in the most volatile times of the history. India is in the mid of not just a globalization moving to localization, but also amongst global tensions. So what we are currently doing now, we are not just thinking to manufacture at one location, multiple location, in fact, multiple geographies. We have started our manufacturing in the US last year. We are expanding capacities 3x. We acquired some stake in an Omani company for polysilicon securitization. That's how we are trying to deepen our strength of de-risking our supply chain. On the right-hand side, if you look at the technology tie-ups, so we had a couple of presentations. Shyam Bhai spoke about battery energy storage system. Ankit Bhai spoke about inverters and battery. We have a couple of more, Anuji to speak about hydrogen, EPC, etc. खाली announcement है क्या? When we talk to someone कि what is hydrogen? Hydrogen 4 साल बाद आएगा. तो पहले अनुज की प्रेजेंटेशन में आप देखेंगे कि 4 साल बाद आएगा कईयों के लिए माना. बट इफ यू लुक एट कि ग्राउंड पे प्रोजेक्ट कंसेप्शन नहीं हुआ, इंस्टॉलेशन कर चुकी है कंपनी हमारी सब्सिडरी. ऑर्डर की बात नहीं, ऑर्डर की डिलीवरी करना स्टार्ट कर दिया है. एंड दैट्स अ ग्राउंड एग्जीक्यूशन. एंड व्हाई दिस हैपेंड? Of course, it has taken more than 5 years to us to crack technology partners for not just hydrogen, for battery energy systems, for electrolyzers, and for PV panels, of course, and there are a lot more in the queue. And Waaree started solar journey in 2007, but we have been an organization of 4-decadal exposure. Dr. Doshi has been not just being limited to manufacturing. He has done many technology partnerships in past, and that is what helping us to keep continuing our partnerships with new technology partners all across our businesses. And then, of course, there was some question from Doshi ji about आगे क्या सोच रहे हैं. Neeraj ji just spoke and sir said कि see, looking at technology speed, I really don't know out of 1.4 billion people, I think 40 crore के पास काम होगा नहीं होगा एक साल में नहीं पता. So we have to prepare for that. And yes, of course, we are equally cognizant of fact, and we are working day and night to automate not just the factory, but the mindsets. My presentation overall, if you see, majority of component, idea has been ours, but yes, it has been supported all through by few GPTs of the world. And certainly this is how the world looks forward even from today. Now, big thing, financials. Financial discipline and efficient capital management is something I have learned all through my life and try to do. With blessings of Mr. Hitesh Mehta, and of course the DNA of group, that yes, we have to grow, but with a calculated risk. With efficient capital management, growth should not suffer at cost of risk of leverage, but at the same point in time, don't allow your sales guy just to go off the course without getting ample of advance from our clients. And that's what we keep negotiating with our sales guy. That boss, customer का advance का बढ़ाने वाले हो, कितने नए orders आने वाले. I can see Mintu laughing out here that I think next thing Abhishek gonna do is jump off the stage and asking आज का advance कितना है. Sorry Mintu, I really can't help myself for that. So, few things to take note from this presentation. 20 years in this particular business, 5+ industrial cycles. We started the business 2008 आ गया, 2017 आ गया, 2020-21 COVID आ गया. Everything came on, right? No mercy. Equally exposed not with just the local risk, but the global risk always. Started our business with support of few European vendors with technology. Started up with Chinese guy, hustle in 2010, 11, and that continues. There's no other way that we can survive but to learn in a steadfast way and try to compete with the same set of people. Over last almost a decade, our debt equity has been less than 1. That's what we call as financial discipline. We are running through extreme capital cycles, capex cycles, lot of investment going on. But if you look at the numbers of ROE and ROCs, now things are under control. And one thing I can assure you, certainly not a guidance, but we really want to keep this company safe. And we want to continue as a company with a lower leverage, with an inside target of less than 1:1 of debt equity, even going ahead. So, I spoke about a decade. Let's look at the number of last decade. Around 900 crore of top line when I joined the enterprise a decade back, and this year 26,000 odd crores plus of number. EBITDA around 100 crores. Operating EBITDA last year was 5,900 crores, total EBITDA 6,700 crores. Certainly 60x. Number have jumped, but one thing to note here, if you see the curve, right? At same time, crises have happened globally, policies have changed, China has tried to crush all across, capacities have increased, over capacity का question आज तो इंडिया का है, but 10 साल से चाइना की ओवर कैपेसिटीज को तो झेल रहे हैं. But the curve has been in the same beautiful number that we see on the screen, be it revenue, be it EBITDA, be it PAT, be it total assets. So as we speak, around 7,800 crore worth of assets are sweating on multiple locations in India and abroad, and we see the number. More important than this, that going ahead, the numbers are going to be much larger, much bigger, and the same question, over capacity का क्या करेंगे, margins का क्या होगा, अगले quarter की बात बताओ. My friends, a company which has survived multiple cycles of business, practically no policy support, practically no tailwinds. Of course, all thanks to the government, last 12, 15 years, we have seen great momentum in the industry, and we are blessed to be in the right set of political environment, at least for the Indian land, I can say that, with certainty. And if you see the CAGR numbers, last 10 years CAGR is to the north of 40%, 3 years CAGR, 5 years CAGRs, everything and anything that you see is beyond 40%. Similarly, PAT have been on different tangent, and that's what keep me under pressure every earning call के boss, PAT बेटा पे फिर बात होगी क्या बोल रहे हैं. So we spoke about numbers. We'll speak about a quick success story. 5 years, over the last 4 to 5 years, we have tried for an IPO, did not went off. We tried second time, it went as the highest subscribed IPO in the history of Indian capital market till this date. 5,500 crore raised over 3 different rounds, fresh capital, 2,000 crores into private rounds, 3,600 crore of fresh equity raised, 5,500 crore पैसा रेज किया, इन्वेस्टर्स का लगभग 21,000 करोड़ प्लस पैसा बनाया है, और अभी तो एसेट्स की स्वेटिंग चालू नहीं हुई है, अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है. This is an outcome of Waaree 1.2, but I can tell you that the entire team which is sitting in front of me and those who can't join us, thanks for them to sweat day and night to see what come out as Waaree 1.0 outcome. I won't take much of time, quickly jump off to the so-called showstopper. I've been given so much of, I would say, push by Varun Bhai sitting and laughing at me, कि अभिषेक के नंबर कैसे बताओगे, बात कैसे करोगे फ्यूचर की. I would try to be as humble as we Vaarians are, but at the same point in time to be bold enough to come out with something that's a big number for an organization to speak aloud. When the building block for 2.0 happening, $3.5 billion, लगभग 32,000 करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट है 24 महीनों में across the value chain, entire vertical integration, horizontal integration, and of course within the same territory. धंधे के बाहर नहीं जा रहे हैं. Again, I reiterate that question. धंधे के अंदर हैं. धंधे में backward जा रहे हैं या forward जा रहे हैं horizontal, but same set of business that we know very well. And that's what it looked like, that creating a full stack spectrum for our clients, Waaree 2.2. This is the organization look out when you look at a company which is gonna build everything, build in India for energy security of the nation, trying to resolve for energy sovereignty globally, trying to solve out for make in India for the world, as well make in different parts of the world for our clients in India and across the globe. If you see on screen, probably 5+ continent is our customer, active customer base that we are serving now. And we are solving a lot of questions for customer. But इससे bore नहीं करूँगा. I'll quickly jump off to the foundations. Doshi ji laid down foundation of group. We still remain with same humbleness, with folded hand. We really want to thank all of you to remain standing with us in all tough times and in multiple cycles. But yes, of course, the opportunities ahead बहुत है. लंबी चौड़ी opportunity है, decadal journey है. The start of event, decadal journey, decadal terawatt opportunity, $1 trillion investment, everything has been spoken aloud without any shyness. Similarly, aspirations need to sound the same fashion. 26,537 crores of revenue in FY26. And yes, we have a vision of next 5 years, really maybe less than 5 years as well. The road is certainly not straight. There are going to be push, there are going to be few headwinds with all disclaimers across anything that come to next almost 20+ earning calls that I will have to run through and try to see that are we there that we wanted to be there. Any guesses, by the way, 5 साल में कहाँ पहुँच सकती है organization? Any guesses out here? मतलब नीरज भाई try to ask Doshi sir कि 4-5 साल में दोषी जी क्या करोगे? And sir has tried to, he's always been so kind enough to allow me to take charge of things and come out with something that generally, chairman does. He generally pushes us कि boss आगे बढ़ो और आप बात करो. Certainly a large number. And on the screen, the mission, next 5 years, a 1 lakh crore organization in terms of revenue is what Waaree 2.0 should look like. Completely bold, without shyness, complete humbleness. Thank you so much for being with us in this beautiful evening. Few more sessions to continue. And again, picture अभी बाकी है. 5 साल की बात करी, 10 साल की तो चर्चा करते रहे, तो अगले 5 साल में क्या करोगे? I really don't have that much of stock with me right now. Time is already up for me, so maybe I'll ask Varun to curate another session, maybe sometime from now, and we come out with longer-term strategy for Waaree 3.0. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making your presence felt here. Thank you. Thank you again.